What's up, you guys? It's Tony over here. I was removing the turbo from my BRM engine Jetta TDI 06, and in the process I realized that I could make a video on how to remove an EGR cooler. So this video is about how to remove this EGR cooler. I did this yesterday. Stay along, watch the video, and I'll show you guys how to remove this bad boy right here. So this is a 27 or 28 for the axle, just goes right in. Well, that came off too easy. Way too easy. I'm just gonna loosen it, and then I'm gonna go underneath and I'm gonna remove the axle from the transmission. Okay, once underneath the car, these are the axle bolts. I believe they are M8 or M10. They come out pretty easy. Let's see. Yeah, M10. They're M10s. So it's just a 3/8 wrench, and we'll go ahead and take these off. They're all around. Got most of the axle bolts removed. That last M10 bolt on the right side is hard to get off. There's not enough space, so I'm using a long extension to get it off. Okay, so the axle is loose. Just taking off this M27, M28. Okay, once that's off, I'm gonna grab my 3/8. I'm gonna put it inside. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a tap. Okay, here comes a tap. Just with the mallet. Okay, with the wheel to the right, it should just come off. Oh, I had losing my exhaust, and I think that's why I don't have enough space, because the exhaust came down. I'm just pushing it forward so I can get it off to the side of the tie rod. I don't want to take off the tie rod. I know how to do it. Well, that's gonna cost me. All right, that's off. Axle is off. Okay, you guys, so once we take off the axle, we can now get to the EGR bolts. So this is your first one. That's an M5, 5mm, and then you have one over here, another 5mm. And I'll show you guys the other one in a second. So let's go ahead and take this off. All right, you guys, so I took off the 5mm bolts already on the bottom side of the EGR cooler. Now the last one, it's behind the exhaust. I moved the exhaust just so I could get more space. I hope the camera could get it. But the bolt's not there no more. I took it off already. It's a pain to get at. Okay, so that was not the last bolt we needed to get off. We still need more. I can't remember if last time I did this job, if I removed the exhaust pipe from here or from there. I think I'm just gonna move this out of the way, and I'm gonna take these out. These M6, it looks easier that way, so I won't be wrestling around the hoses, around these hoses. These hoses do need to come off. Make sure you have a bucket ready to catch all the coolant. And yeah, let's go ahead and take these off. Okay, you guys, so that I moved the this hose here. I believe this is diaphragm, I'm not sure. I moved the hose, and now I have access to get that 6mm Allen out. Okay, so right now I'm removing the nuts from this EGR pipe that goes to the exhaust manifold. Sorry, 13mm nuts. Taking it off. Okay, just comes out like that. Now we're gonna take off the bracket for the exhaust. For me, it's a 13mm. Okay, once you take off those 13mm nuts, there's also one on the top side, also 13mm. Okay, so once we get all those studs removed for the mounting bracket for the exhaust, we're gonna remove the coolant pipes that go to the EGR cooler. I'm using a hose clamp and have something ready to catch all that coolant that's gonna come out of there. All right, let's go ahead and do it. It's the coolant coming out of the pipe, the EGR pipes, right there. And we still got one more, that one underneath. What's up, you guys? Currently dying over here. There's still one more EGR, but I already took off the EGR hoses and couldn't take it off. That's because there's 4 M5s or M6 bolts, and it's behind those coolant hoses, and I want to cry. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. All right, so I took off all the coolant hoses already. I took them off, and I'm trying to get the EGR cooler off. And well, it doesn't. It seems to still be bolted, and that's when I figured that I remember there's 4 M6. There's one behind all of this junk over here, and the way I found that is by feeling. I could feel it right here. I don't think I could get that on video, but I'll try. Somewhere right there. Hopefully the camera gets it. Alright, you guys, so not too bad. I was able to fit a M5 with a little extension there. It's already loose, just making it looser. Not bad. Alright, you guys, now that I have all the hoses off and I have the EGR cooler ready to come off, I'm just gonna take off this turbo mounting. It's not a mounting bracket, it's like an oil tube. Sí, ahorita los agarro, man. I'm gonna take off this oil tube. It's an M27, 27mm. Just have an oil bucket ready to catch everything. Yep, let's take this off. Working on diesels is very messy, you guys. Super messy. This is the EGR cooler. Now, yes, it's covered in like oil and like diesel. I just replaced this one like 3-4 years ago. This leak isn't coming from the cooler, it's coming from the tandem pump and from the head gasket that I'm also gonna fix. So yeah, you guys, that's how you remove the EGR cooler. Next, we're gonna go ahead and continue removing the turbo.